Co-host Lizzie, and this is also co-host Ryan. And welcome to Seasons of the Isakei'd. And this week we have decided to do some spoilers for the episodes that we watched. Some of our animes are on episode 2. Some of them are a little bit further on. We are all caught up though, and we're gonna give y'all some information about what we've been watching and how we feel about it. Anyways, what did you want to start with today?
You caught up fully on all of them, correct?
All of besides the cat one. I still have not even watched the first episode of that one.
Oh yeah, I
So we
did the
didn't
living
count
cat.
that in our list. Yeah. I haven't even watched one episode of that. I figured we'd do that at the end of at least one of these other animes ending.
Yeah, I watched the first episode and didn't feel the need to go for the second episode. I probably will watch it at some point. It was a cool vibe. But nothing that got me excited or, super like, oh, I really want to sit down and watch this for the next 12 to 24 weeks, depending on how long the season is. But we may go through it toward the end of the summer season and then just talk about the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I figured we would do.
I guess
my child decided to come inside in the room.
I guess we can just start with Cleavites. It's one that I don't have a whole lot of notes on. It was a very calm. Calm's a weird word. Very
compared to the first episode.
Yeah, it's not calm by any measure.
I'm gonna be honest. I did not like the second episode.
It gives more story to Glenn. The one thing I really like about it is it explores him more, which I think is really interesting. But it is a really darker episode.
I feel like we watched two completely separate episodes because I did not see where it shows Glenn more. To me, it just seemed like, he was for someone to be considered a dark beast that's dangerous, and he only killed 2 people for hurting somebody that they had, and he was very obedient, and I didn't understand that. Like, he wasn't even trying to, fight back when they took this person who he literally brought back from the dead to help with the baby. Like, he didn't even try to help her, and that irritated me more than anything.
Which I did forewarn you. He does kind of sit and just kind of watches.
Observes.
But he does say in the first episode he doesn't want to use his powers because he doesn't want people to know who he is.
I get that.
So he can't just kind of go around
power in front of Nail and
she's in a pen. He can't be seen.
I know, but it's just.
But he also waits till they're alone and in the dark to take him.
And then he just basically, I want you to come on this adventure and raise this baby until he becomes king. That just, like, you just told some random person you just met you're a whole stick, like what y'all were planning on doing.
Well, Nell's an interesting character. I don't think she's going to remember a whole lot.
No. I will say, I do like the dark beasts that are in the water because they're axolotls. They are based off of axolotls.
They looked more like whales to me, not any resemblance of an axolotl.
They have the frills. If you pay attention to them, they have frills on the side and frills on the tails. They're axolotls. I don't actually know if that's true. I've seen the tail frills.
Maybe we did watch 2 completely different seasons.
Yeah.
2 different shows at this point. Good God.
They have little stubby legs like axolotls, and they had tail frills. And that's what I do find it interesting that the ravens, I think, are what they're called.
Yes, the ravens.
They want to use Alicia to go and get her weapons. that her team lost during the fight with Cleavites.
Weapons and armor.
And armor, yeah. I find that interesting since that kingdom was completely killed off in the first episode. So I don't know why they want it when they make their own counterfeit ones, but I'm assuming they want it because it's gonna be they want to learn how to make their counterfeit products better.
They want to they want to see what the real ones look like so they can make their fake ones look more authentic, and because the real ones would sell for an extremely high price tag. But I don't think these bandits know that the kingdom has been taken down.
No, they said that.
Oh, I must have skimmed over that.
No, they said that. They said, now I'm assuming that whole kingdom has fallen to Cleavites. They talk about that. The boss and Betty.
Oh, I hate all of that whole scene.
That whole part, yeah.
I was not a fan for 90% of this episode. There's 10% that I enjoyed.
And then Alicia basically saying, I've never been so grateful for this curse.
That was the 10% I enjoyed.
Yeah, and then basically, Clint, I hope you're right, I'm immortal, and falling to her death.
Falling is an understatement. She jumped. Yeah. She decided to take her chances and jumped off a bridge into what I assumed was water.
It's not, though. That's what I assumed, too. I was like, there's water underneath there. But she took somebody with her, which I find is great.
I guess the area she jumped into that's over the bridge, it's just a pit. The water is off to the side a little bit.
Yeah. Because they do mention that it's like slanted and then there's water down there, but it doesn't specifically say. She probably just didn't make it to the water.
Which I don't think she was trying to, based off her wording.
Me either.
But yeah, it was a weird episode. I wish they would have done things a little different. But like I said, it's Glenn exploring the world, learning humanity, its dark sides, unfortunately, and hopefully the good side. I don't know if they ever show that, but we'll find out. But yeah, that is Cleavites through all its glory. Let's move on to. You know what? Let's just go into a big one. Let's go to Don. Because I know you absolutely loved this second episode.
I did. There was so much in that episode that just made me love the show even more. And it took one of the characters I hated the most and made them one of my favorite characters. Yeah, one of my favorite characters.
Arguably,
Turbo Granny is the best. Let's face it. Turbo Granny as the cat is the best.
I was gonna say best design wise. I think I call him Evil Eye because I don't know if he has a name, so it's GG and Evil Eye combined. Yeah. But I think his design is arguably the best we've seen so far, and that's saying something because all the designs are so good.
And the fact that they took something that Gigi loves to do and turned it into his power, when the other two that were absorbed yokai, they just took on the power of the yokai, the dancer and Okaroon. Okaroon. I almost forgot his name. I don't know how. Ken. And they turned his love of soccer as a human into a power, and it was he would be the ultimate striker in block.
The angered, the souls of the dead.
The anger in the house, no less. Not even the houses that were down there during that were buried by that family as they sacrificed children.
Oh, well,
that was insane.
And I think the house at the bottom is supposed to be where they chained all the kids while waiting.
The house at the bottom is where Evil Eye. That's the first house that was buried.
Well,
that's why Gigi went down there and freed him.
You also see the small child that he fuses with is also down in that same house when he becomes Evil Eye.
Yeah, because that's when they first started burying. That's when they first started burying the houses. Beforehand, when Evil Eye, when he was sacrificed, they did it on a stake, basically, essentially.
Yeah, they did it out in the open.
The volcano. But then when Evil Eye first meets that child that, calls him a ghost, and he starts realizing what's going on, and his parents did the unaliving, that's when they chained the child up for the first time in a house instead of doing it out in the open, because obviously times have changed.
Well,
so they can't just do it out in the open like they could before, I think, is that whole thing.
And we don't know if he's the first, because we see the ghost talk to many children whose parents take themselves out. But we only see one down in the basement. What happened to the other ones? Surely they got sacrificed.
Well, see, what I was thinking, like I said, is beforehand they were just doing it out in the open. And then as it comes into the quote-unquote modern times for them, they couldn't do it out in the open because people were starting to not want that to happen, so they had to start doing it in the house. Because you don't hear them mention burying the house into that child.
Yes, that is correct.
But to go over who Evil Eye is a child that was sacrificed by, I don't even remember the family's name, but the family's garbage. They're horrible. That he was sacrificed to a quote-unquote serpent to prevent the city from getting destroyed again by a volcano. So this family kept sacrificing children to prevent that, and Evil Eye is one of them. And all he wanted to do was play with the other kids. He did not, he was locked up, starving. They sacrificed him, and then he was dead. And when he was dead, he was trying to befriend other children. And I still don't understand if it's a curse that he has or if it was just the worm that was underneath the houses, but something, a worm or him, has this power that causes adults only, apparently, to unalive themselves.
I think we need to go back to episode 1 a little bit.
Episode 1 wasn't too, but yeah.
Well, you mentioned the worm. We've never talked about the worm, and we're in episode 2, and we don't know if it's the worm that we've never mentioned before. That's why I said maybe we go back to episode 1
well, that
a little
wasn't
bit.
That wasn't really. It was at the end of episode 1. You learn more about the worm in episode 2.
Oh, that is fair.
Episode 1, you start out with Momo at the hot springs, and the kids of not kids, but the children, the offsprings of this family that I can't remember their names. I have it written down somewhere.
I don't remember their names either. They're not important. They last for an episode. They're not important. In my opinion.
Horrible. They're horrible people, to be honest. They tried to hurt Momo. And Gigi, who is the main character in the show, who is Momo's friend, he lives in their house after his parents were in a quote-unquote accident, which we learned what that accident was. So they are currently in the hospital in comas, trying to, I guess, a medically induced coma, trying to heal from what they tried. They tried to, unalive themselves because of the power in this house. I'm just going to call it the power in the house because we don't know what it is yet. And, well, they are looking for Momo, the family is. They show up, and it's Gigi and Okaroon at the house. And they keep asking about that girl that come with him. And he lied. He said there was no girl. It was just him and Okaroon. And then Momo comes home, and they wanted to sacrifice. I guess they wanted to sacrifice Gigi. But then they changed it to where they wanted to sacrifice Momo.
It was all 3. They needed 3.
So they needed 3. And Momo ends up getting beat into this hole in the wall, and then it falls into this pit where there's a bunch of destroyed houses that they have buried. and a giant worm emerges. And then all of a sudden, Okaroon is being taken over by his full demon side, which is Turbo Granny, and he's trying to unalive himself. Hey, Mel.
Liz, I thank you for giving the whole first episode. I said
am I forgetting?
No, I said just go back a little bit of the first episode, and you recapped the entire first episode.
I did.
I was like,
okay, it's
I'm
fine.
just gonna let her go on.
Episode. Yeah, it wasn't a long episode. But okay, so they're in this pit in the second episode, and it starts out with Momo and Okaroon trying to unalive themselves.
Trying to off themselves.
Because of this giant worm that emits like psychic waves. And then that comes to my first thing that I written down when we were taking notes. The way I explained Dawn to Dawn, it's been a minute, so I can say it's about a high schooler trying to get his balls back from a grandma. That's basically what the first season's about. The second season still got me throwing for a loop. Because, like, it's crazy. But my very first question I had in this episode was, why the hell is Gigi immune to the psychic waves? Like,
I think.
Well, Mel, this is gonna ruin it for you. I'm sorry.
I think it has something to do with his dormant magical energy that Turbo Granny mentions, because the whole he's a genius thing. I think his mind is too strong for.
Okay, Mel, enjoy your lurking and enjoy your game.
For the worm to really connect.
Yeah, so I get that, but it also shows Evil Eye basically shielding him before that. So that's what I didn't understand from it.
And it may be something that's explained later. We don't know yet.
Yeah, I know.
And if anyone's read the manga, please don't tell us, because I don't want to be spoiled by it. So if you've read the manga and you know the answer to that question, please do not leave it in comments or anything like that when they get posted. Okay. I just wanted to put that out there. If we ask questions, they're not to be answered.
Yeah, please and thank you. I appreciate that, because I watch it. I don't read it. That's the whole point of I'm on a journey to learn more about the anime world. At that's. But I think when he merged with Gigi, it awakened those powers. I do think that's what happened.
Yeah, but I mean, he had them inside of him to begin with, apparently.
Yeah, I know, but they hadn't awoken yet. Just like, because ain't he younger than Momo?
I think they're the exact same age.
But I'm talking about, like, I think she was born first. I know they're the exact same age, but I'm talking about month-wise.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't think they ever mentioned that in the show.
I also thought maybe he was older, but no, because that's a thing.
He might be. I don't know. I don't think they ever mentioned ages in the show.
But
no, I think he is older, because I think he was a grade older than her when they were younger. So I think he is older. Mentally, because he is younger.
She's in high school, and he's in college, I think.
I couldn't tell you. Mentally speaking, he seems like a 12-year-old.
Oh yeah, that is 100% why I hated him at first.
I think most people did. Just his demeanor is that of a modern 12-year-old. But yeah, I think he pretty much said everything. Nothing in my notes is different than yours.
Yeah, hold on a second. Salem decided to come in here. So you can lead on to what we're doing next.
Next, I'll go into another big one, personally for me, anyways. We'll just kind of jump into To Be Hero X for just a little bit, not a whole lot to go with on episode 15, where we get introduced to a new hero. I believe he is rank 5 out of the 10. and it is Ghostblade, a silent assassin with just a genuinely cool design. I think he's one of my favorites out of the ones they've shown. And we get a little backstory of who he is and kind of how he rose into stardom. Grew up in a family of butchers. He really loved butchering, but he was found on social media, and his good looks, his silent stereotype, he was cool, silent, and the ladies loved him. Everyone went to the restaurant, made his family a lot of money just because they wanted to stare at him cut meat in the way he does. And it kind of boosted his trust power into this form that cannot speak because the public thinks of him as the silent type. So he does not have the ability to use his vocal cords. That's pretty much what we got for this episode. We learn about his daughter that he got taken away from him by his now ex-wife because he wouldn't give up his job as a hero. But it kind of ends off with it ends off the same place the last episode ends off, just from a different point of view. With him crossing paths with his daughter, she does not know her dad is Ghostblade. She thinks he's a creep that's been stalking her, because he did in the last arc. But yeah, that's really all we have for To Be Hero X. Not a whole lot happened. Still one of my favorite shows of this year, and I don't think it's going to be taken over quite yet. But there's a few shows that I think could surpass it. And I'm waiting for Liz to get back to talk about the next one, because I know her take on the show.
Which one is it?
Lord of Mysteries.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I'm going next. Because I think two of them I was going to talk about, we didn't watch together. So it'll be interesting to actually see how we both viewed the episodes. But
we didn't even watch To Be Hero X together.
Oh, that's right. I'm not used to you watching that one.
Yeah. So you said he enjoyed being a butcher. When I saw something completely different, I don't think he liked doing it because the animals were alive when it happened. Don't you remember where he flashes back to when he's a kid and he's looking at the pig that's strapped to the table and the pig is crying in his eyes?
Yes.
I don't think he enjoyed it very much.
But he also wants silence, and the pig was making noise, so he massages it to put it to sleep so it will stop making noise.
Yeah,
his whole thing with pressure points.
Yeah, the quiet thing with that one was interesting because he doesn't, and then the whole thing where he gets married to a girl who didn't speak. They literally just texted each other.
Yeah, even when she was giving birth. It was all. It wasn't giving birth.
That was when she was in the hospital because she had a fainting spell. And They found out she was anemic and pregnant, and then when she found out she was pregnant, she made a noise for the very first time.
Man, can you imagine being at the altar and texting? I do.
She was on her phone the whole time, and that just threw me for a loop. I was like, I get it, and then knowing that they were going to have a kid and knowing the way he feels about noises as a mom myself, that tripped me up because I'm like, how are you gonna have a baby and expect the baby to be quiet?
Well, and from what I could tell, it seemed like maybe he just took a lot of jobs while the baby was around. So he wasn't.
While the baby was younger.
Yeah.
Which is why his wife was like, okay, if you're not going to stop doing this and you're not going to talk, we're done.
Yeah. When I don't think she knows he physically can't use his vocal cords.
Yeah,
they don't
I don't
work.
think he knows either. Yeah.
And
But anyways,
I think that's why they texted all the time, because he physically can't talk. So it would make sense.
100%.
Their only means of communication
was texting.
But yeah, it was a great episode. I really love seeing the Lolly fight from his point of view.
His point of view, yeah.
It was so cool to see.
Yeah, that was my thing too.
Not a whole lot with this episode. It was kind of just backstory.
Yeah, all backstory, and then I told you it was him stalking her.
Oh yeah, I mean I knew it from the moment I saw the hair.
Yeah,
I was like, I think that's Ghostblade, but I don't want to call it too soon, because we've only seen him very briefly before that.
Yeah.
So, but I'm excited to see Queen join the next episode, because I think it's coming.
I will say, yeah, it's coming, because that's the point. When he makes that kill, was what, 173rd kill? I think is what the number was.
175th, maybe. It's somewhere in that range, yeah.
But when he makes that kill and he's walking away, you see the giant dog demon that also shows up when Queen and Scion or Lucky is riding to do whatever they were doing, going on vacation or whatever.
The only thing that throws me off with that scene is he's in a forest. They're in the desert. I don't think it's the same location.
I know, but it's just convenient.
But we will either see it next episode, or we'll see it in episode 17 with the Johnnies. It'll be one of the next 2 episodes that we kind of see the culmination of why they're there and where they came from. Which we already know who it is, but
yeah, it's interesting. I'm ready to see it. But anyways. So
let's just jump into Lord of Mysteries. This is
we're
got the longest
4
notes.
episodes in. Yeah, 4 episodes in to this. And
best show of the summer.
Hands down.
Of the summer season, yes. To Be Hero X is spring season, so I can say this with amnesty. Lord of Mysteries is by far one of my favorite shows of the summer season.
That show has me in a choke.
Has you know what?
Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. Yes, we are both deeply in love with Lord of Mysteries. So much to enjoy. Also, so much confusion. But it is.
The first 5 seconds of the show, do not let it teeter you. I can't say the damn word. Stop you from watching. There you go. Stop you from watching it. That grabbed my attention, because I was like, well, what the fuck's happening? That's literally my very first note on this whole show was what the fuck? What the fuck? And I was like, okay. And then it started going into it, and you start seeing, for me, look, everybody who watches me, everybody who talks to me, they all know I'm a witch. This show has so many witchy elements in it, and then the way it's animated is fucking beautiful. Honestly, it's my favorite out of everything that we've been watching. I didn't think it was gonna be at first. But
I knew
it starts off
from the first 5 seconds. I was like, this is gonna be a show she loves, because it's got Lovecraftian horror elements. It's got, like you said, the witches and the magic side of things. I knew instantly it was going to hook for you.
Oh yeah, and then you learn about Beyonders and the Secret Order and the Aurora, and there's so much in it, and there's these little, Ryan informed me, there's these little snippets that are like 3 seconds long that describe so much stuff that you have to pause and literally write the stuff down if you want to remember it and talk about it. I did not know that when we watched it the first time, but Ryan said he actually wrote down some of the stuff that he saw in this last episode. But episode 1 through 3, you go from, it starts out with this crazy ass scene and this dude named Klein. And that's all I'm going to say. Crazy ass scene, dude named Klein. And then you meet Dunn, and I said Leonard, but you said it's Leonard.
Leonard, because it is technically, you're correct, it is Leonard, but I think back in the time period they're set in, I think it's more pronounced Leonard.
Oh yeah, Leonard, and they're part of this order called the Nighthawks. And
proud of you for remembering that.
Yeah, I remember that. Klein, he is. So he is not Klein.
Before we go too far, the Nighthawks is an order of what the show calls Beyonders, people who have higher powers. I just wanted to put the information out there for anybody that doesn't know the show. The Nighthawks are just a group that are kind of employed by the church to fight Beyonders who have either lost their way, who have just gone berserk, or people who have tried to become Beyonders who just couldn't handle the power and have turned into these Lovecraftian horrors.
Yeah, they're called Haywired Beyonders. I have that written down. I remember.
Okay, so it is Haywired. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, continue.
And well, Klein is not Klein. We have not figured out exactly how, but it's hinted at that well, this is actually it's a dude who transmigrated into Klein, but he's from the future, I reckon. And he becomes a Beyonder with the Nighthawks, and he becomes a seer based on this diary entry that was written in his actual native tongue that people have been trying to decipher. And it just so happens that Klein was a history major, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So he worked with deciphering historical things. So when he got the book, when old Neil showed it to him, he could read it because it's actually in the actual person's native tongue. I don't even think we got his name.
We do for brief seconds in the first episode, but there's so much that happened in the first episode, I completely glazed over it.
Yeah, so he becomes a seer, who is somebody that uses dowsing rods and the pendulum, and he has a third eye that he can tap between his forehead, and he can see like your health and your aura colors and all that stuff. So he basically becomes a high-powered traditional witch, is what I would call it, because he does so many things that you see traditional witches doing.
Except tapping their foreheads.
Except tapping. Well, you gotta awaken your third eye somehow. And sometimes you wake people up, you tap them.
I know. You
breathe wrong, but we're not talking about you.
I just think Dragon Ball Z, special beam cannon.
Oh, I know. But they see his true power when fighting this one. I don't know if he's Haywired, but this one person who was a Beyonder.
Nope.
He wasn't a Beyonder?
Talking about
the clown?
Oh, the clown. I'm sorry. Yes, he is a Beyonder. So
they see his powers in that one. But before we really get into that, he does a ritual that is the luck witch ritual, isn't it? What he did when he? Yeah. Okay, so he does the luck ritual and ends up going into another plane of existence where he meets two other people in this plane of existence. He summons them, yeah. The sailor and the dragon.
he summons a man who is a sailor, and he summons a woman who is just the princess to the hierarchy, the king.
Okay.
Because she's not a beyonder at that point.
Yeah, and this is what I liked about it. So before he did that, he went and got a tarot reading, and the first card they pulled was the Fool. And
can I intervene for a second?
Go ahead.
We have 20 minutes left of this episode. We have 4 more shows to talk about.
It's fine. We don't have to do just 20 minutes. It's fine.
I need you to give brief summaries, not explain the whole episodes. We're not deep diving these shows.
Okay. Anyways, we don't have a time limit. It doesn't have to only be an hour long. Anyhow, but so they give themselves tarot card names when they go on this other plane. You have the Fool, Mr. Fool, which is Klein. Then you have Justice, who is the woman, and the Hanged Man, who is the sailor. So that was the first meeting. And then in the 4th episode, they have their second meeting because they agreed to do it once a week.
Every Monday at 3 p.m.
Yep, every Monday at 3 p.m. And in this episode, I noticed some things like Klein's voice changes. And there's like this gray... There's this gray fog that's there that he can control. Well, he decides he wants the Miss Justice and the Hangman to do a ritual
in
his name that basically, for me, is trying to turn him into a god, which it helped. It helped in this episode. Because apparently ritualistic magic is hella strong in this universe, which is great to know because, witches thrive off of rituals. Do you want to explain what the Aurora Order is? Because I did not get that information because you did. Because you paused it and read it.
I did. So... This episode is based around a fortune teller who is part of what we find out is the Aurora Order, which is an organization that believes what the show calls the true creator, who died, I think the show says roughly 300 to 500 years ago, left a piece of his existence behind that they call the Hanged Giant. And they're basically a religious cult. They believe that everything has godhood, and if one followed the teachings and focuses their godhood, then they can ascend reality and become angels.
So at the end of the episode for this one, we actually get to see
the Hanged Giant.
The Hanged Giant, which is supposed
terrifying.
To be... yes. I immediately thought it was another Evil Eye play because of the way he looked. But
he very much reminded me of a religious figure, but on an upside down format instead of the normal format.
So almost, you're saying like an upside down crucifix?
Yes.
In a way.
Now you don't see his lower half; it's only his torso to his head that you see in his arms. But it's kind of the resemblance, kind of where my head went. Which is how he was hanging, except he was hung by the arms with what looked like more like ethereal chains, which is why I kind of called him like a religious cult type situation. But yeah.
Yeah, so there's more stuff about this show that just, there's so many references in it that just makes me fall in love with it more and more. And I can't wait to see where it goes. We're only 4 episodes in, and they've covered so fucking much.
We think. We actually don't know.
We don't know yet. But I have questions, but I am gonna wait and see what happens because I want the show to answer them. Now, if the show don't answer them, I'm gonna be mad, but I have a feeling they will because they've answered all my other questions. Because one of my major things is, where the hell was his sister at this whole fucking time? They went like 3 episodes. That bitch went to school and never come home. Like, legit. Like, you didn't see her until this last episode.
Yeah, they were just going about their day. Clients, antics and adventures are a bit more important than her coming home from school.
I know. But I was like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah,
and we also have 3 other animes to go over if we're going to talk about Togen. By the way.
Is it only 3? I swear there's a 4th one.
It's Togen, Hotel, and...
With You in the Rain.
Oh, yeah,
and Gachiataka.
Yeah, so it is 4.
Yeah.
You said 3 earlier.
I said 4.
Oh.
Because you tried to correct me by saying there's only 3.
No, I'm saying... Just a few minutes ago when you were fussing about how long we've been going, you said there were like 3 more.
I thought it said 4.
2 more. No.
I knew there was 2 more. I knew there were way more than that.
But if you like witchy stuff and you like to be confused as fuck, Lord of Mysteries is great. The name 100% lives up to the anime. It lives up to the name.
Yeah.
Okay. So which one do you want to talk about now?
I guess we go into Togen. It's one that I plan to kind of breeze through because I'm not fully sold on this show.
No, yeah, there is so much more they could have did with it for the first episode.
So this is a brand new show. First episode just aired on the 11th, so 3 days ago. About a boy named Shiki, which I love that name, who has the blood of an Oni. And we kind of learn a little more about, or I say a little more, we learn entirely about the Momotaro heritage and how them and the Onis have been fighting for centuries. And he was a small Oni child who got taken in by a human to be raised to avoid the bloodshed and all the, the war and hate. And he's now, what, about 16? 16, yes. 17? And
old enough to get expelled from school and think it's a game.
Yeah. So yeah, in the first episode, he gets expelled. His father figure kind of leaves to go unload a liquor delivery. And this man attacks him out of the blue. And that's kind of when he finds out that he is the son of an Oni, or has Oni blood running through his veins. And his father is of Momotaro heritage. And then we see Shiki's Oni form. And that's kind of where it lost my interest. Because I don't like the Onis in this show.
No, so Onis are able to manipulate blood and use their blood to fight, and the one thing that Shiki loves as a human is guns, and that's literally what his Oni uses, guns. He makes like missiles and assault rifles appear out of his blood, and that's not what I would expect from an Oni.
Yeah, it kind of took me out of it.
I mean, it was good, but
visually the animation was really pretty. I liked it. It was a joy to watch. Story-wise, I just completely zoned out when I saw him create AKs, sniper rifles, and a rocket launcher out of his blood and shoot live bullets. They were not blood bullets. They were real bullets from somewhere. I don't know where he got gunpowder in his blood. It makes no sense. If they explain it later on, I'll give him, a chance. But at this point, it just looked like a lesser version of Chainsaw Man in my head.
Yeah, and then at the end, you see a dude roll up in rollerblades and
delivering his sonic order.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, delivering his sonic order. I was like, what the hell? And it turns out there's other Onis out there, and it shows them at the end.
There's a whole school that's teaching them to rise up and, I'm assuming, fight, and how to use their Oni powers to its full extent.
I will say I like that every Oni has a different horn. Like their horns are different on every single one. That is neat. And I'm wondering if it has something to do with their blood manipulation powers. I would love to see more of that.
I'm assuming it does.
Yeah.
I'm excited to explore the other Onis.
Yes, that's gonna be what gets me to watch it, is wanting to see them. But I think that should trail us into, I think we should do Hotel Inhuman, because this episode didn't really show.
No, this episode, I have a feeling the whole show is going to be this way until really, really late into the season. It is very slow.
Yeah, it starts out with a man showing up to the hotel named Mr. Case, and it kind of shows the dynamic between the concierges, Sarah and Ikaru. Which he's a metalhead. That was great to me. But Sarah doesn't like music, so seeing that dynamic kind of play out more was interesting. But I also want to know how she keeps winning rock, paper, scissors with paper every fucking time. Like, this kid does not understand that she always throws paper.
Well, and I have a feeling that's what the whole show is about. The show is not necessarily about the clients they get. It's more
it's about
exploring them.
And
different
I think
than
it's
what
interesting.
I assumed.
Yeah, for real. I think it's interesting that he thinks everybody that comes through are just the worst people. But then Sarah does her research and she knows these people. Like, she knew Mr. Case's son was in the hospital. And what?
She also says that's all made up. None of that was true.
Well,
she was just trying to get Ikaru to be like, oh, I guess these people aren't all bad. If you don't know their life and what they're doing it for, then you can't say they're all bad if they're doing it for proper reasons.
Then he goes to help Mr. Case, and he realizes that he's just an ordinary person that's confused by his wife, which is great to me, because wives are meant to be confusing, you know. But I do like seeing the little part with Mr. Case where he's going out and he's doing one of his kills, and he looks just like the fucking person because he's literally a fucking chameleon.
Yep. And then it backfires.
Yeah, and then that's when you learn why the episode is called Dying Service, because he went to go kill a drug dealer, basically, a drug lord, and he obviously was talking about, hey, look, you know, hold on a second. He's got plenty of people addicted to the drug and stuff, so he goes and he kills them, and then he's leaving and runs into his wife, who immediately was, and then when he turned around was like, oh, never mind, you just walk just like my husband.
How about the cadence?
Yeah, and that was my thing too, was Sarah trying to teach I can't never say his name, the dude, how to recognize a person by his body language. But Mr. Case was leaving after the interaction with his wife and got stabbed by somebody whose daughter got addicted to the drugs because he thought he was the drug lord. And of course, the concierges respond to him because he was on the phone with one of them. And they're like, we can get you to the hotel, we can save you. And he was like, no, just kill me. And they cannot say no. So that explains why they call it Dying Service, like the episode, because that's one of the services they provide. And it happened on his 10th anniversary. And I hated that, because like his wife was literally there with a cake for his 10th anniversary, going home to surprise her husband. I hated that so much.
This is Dying Service Part 1. So I'm feeling the next episode will also be more about Mr. Case. We'll get a little bit more into him, which is wild to me because I really expected the character from the first episode to be in a lot more of these.
Back. Yeah, because they did so much with him. Like, I want to know.
They went really in depth with him.
Clearly his niece at his sister's grave. And I want to know more about that.
I doubt we're ever going to get it.
I know.
Because I feel like that's what this show is every episode is a new character coming into the hotel.
It's not my favorite.
Yeah, it's not quite what I expected.
Nope.
Quite what I assumed it was going to be. I enjoy it. It's a neat premise, but a different route than I expected it to take.
Yep, me too.
The description kind of
it really had me high hopes to be on par with Death Parade.
Yes, it's in the same boat. But I'm not upset that we started watching it.
Oh, no. I'm going to continue watching it. I'm not a quitter. For all we know, it could just be the first few episodes, and then, bam, crazy shit happens. Yeah.
We don't know a whole lot about Sarah. There's something mysterious about her.
I want to learn more about her. That is why I'm going to keep watching.
And I have a feeling...
Her character is so great.
I have a weird feeling that Isakei'd becomes something way more than what he is currently.
Oh, yeah, 100%. They're leading him up to be... to me, it seems like they're building a big bad who's going to be anti-hotel. Because, he always wants to quit, or they're building him up to be on par with Sarah's skills.
Yes.
Because he's clearly, obviously, new to the scene.
Yeah.
So I want to know if that happened because the other one died or what happened there too. So I just have a feeling. We'll find out. Oh yeah, 100%.
I guess let's go in to one that me and you recently talked about. Let's just go into With You in the Rain. We both love this show to a weird degree. Because neither one of us really anticipated to enjoy this show as much as we actually do.
Yeah, it's... Okay, so we're doing spoilers. We didn't say anything about it last time. But the first episode, she finds a quote-unquote dog.
It's not talked a dog. About it.
Yeah, but you didn't say what it was. It's a tanuki.
Yeah.
It is a little raccoon dog-like thing with a little leaf, which
he's adorable.
He's adorable. I don't know much about tanukis other than Tanuki Mario, okay? But I think they're, meant to be good luck.
Yeah. So, I didn't want to say that last episode, but I have a feeling she was not going home in the first episode. So the opening starts with her in the rain at a bus stop, giving her umbrella to this poor old woman, and the first few words she speaks is, "I don't need this anymore." And then you see her walking in the rain, really somber like. And I think her intentions were, I'm going to call it sacrifice. I know that's not what it is, but that's what we're going to go for. Before discovering this little tanuki in a box with a cue card that says, "Take me home.
I'm easy to take care of."
Yeah, I'm easy to take care of. And then he hands her an umbrella. And that's kind of where the show kicks off.
And she takes this tanuki home and thinks it's a dog. Nobody has the heart to tell her it's not a dog.
Everybody that tries, the tanuki is like, "Please tell her I'm a dog." Or tell her I'm a cat. Something.
Yeah. Yeah. So the second episode it starts out with her getting up and she's leaving the house with the Tanuki, and she's texting somebody saying I'm not going to be home, and then this little girl who lives next door to her,
little Key, I love her.
yeah,
she's so sweet.
Yeah, she comes home from school early because they let out at noon, and she sees the Tanuki, which I don't think she ever gave it a name.
No, she doesn't.
And
she calls it it.
She's like, "Oh my God, your dog! It's cute." And then she goes and gets her dog, which is a Shiba Inu. Love it. And they go to a park to play. The Shiba Inu reacts to the Tanuki like it's the devil.
Yeah, absolutely hates it.
At first. But and they're just having the cutest little interactions. Key and the girl, I don't remember the girl's name. But
I don't think it ever tells you her name.
Me either, but the dog's doing tricks and she's trying to get the Tanuki to do tricks, and the girl goes, "Well, I haven't trained it yet." And then all of a sudden you see this man peering behind a tree. I immediately thought it was going to go dark right there. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, there's no way this cute little show's... There are dark undertones. I do think you are right. Because she's avoiding her dad because she's, quote-unquote, too tired for work and didn't know how to explain that to Key. And then Key keeps telling her she's sweet.
And she says, I'm not
like,
sweet.
I'm not a sweet. Yeah. I'm not sweet.
Yeah,
so I do think you're right on that. I 100% agree.
There's a very dark underlying
ominous tone
about this show.
But so the man comes up and is like, "Hey, you," and then it turns out to be
her father,
the woman with the Tanuki's dad. And I heard you got a dog. I want to see it. And he freaks out, thinks it's the cutest thing in the world.
Until it pulls out the cue cards, and then he thinks it's a monster because it can write and talk. Well, not talk, but it can write and use cue cards to convey conversation.
Yeah. So, and there's a whole interaction where the dog and the Tanuki finally get so cute, and they're playing with the dad while Key and the woman sit apart, and that's when they're having the exchange where you're so sweet for opening my juice, but I'm not a sweet person. And then it ends with
her psycho of a mother. Oh, you're talking about the park scene?
Yeah. It ends with them leaving and going home. Thanks for today. And then she gets home and her mom's like, I want to see it. She calls, I want to see it. Every picture your dad took is blurry. So the Tanuki will not let anybody take a picture of it.
That's because, if I'm not mistaken, in Japanese legend, the Tanuki being a good luck charm is... no one told me to do this because I don't know for certain. But it's something to do with... You can't see it in pictures. There's something about it, which is why they're playing into that.
Oh yeah, 100%. But and then her mom shows up and calls her at her front door. Hey, where are my pictures? And then she's outside.
It's like middle of the night, by the way. At this point,
it's like midnight.
Yeah.
And she shows up with cake, and it's like, "Have you not eaten yet? Have you eaten yet?" And she's like, "No." So she comes in, and she's meeting the Tanuki, who she's trying to do tricks with, and she's like, "This thing is dumb as fuck."
She doesn't. And she starts eating, but
she doesn't. But he's kind of dumb, and so he brings his bowl over and he's begging. And I thought that was super fucking cute. I thought that was adorable, like begging for a piece of cake. And she's like, "Well, if you want a piece of cake, you got to do some tricks." And then she threw away this cake that they do. They have like a crispy sugar top, and she was peeling paper back, and it come off, so she threw it in the trash can. And then the Tanuki dives head first into the trash can and gets stuck.
Because he a little chunky boy.
He a little chunky boy. And it's hilarious because the girl, the other woman, not the mom, gets up and goes and is trying to take him out the trash can, and he's holding him upside down, and she's like,
"You
maybe
really are dumb."
He is kind of dumb. And the mom's like, "Well, maybe he's kind of clever," and then boops his nose.
And he gets all shy and bashful, and the little cheeks get all red. It is the cutest little show.
Honestly,
So far.
I want to see if it does actually bring out the dark tones. I would love to see a little bit, just a little bit, not horrible, because it's a cute show, but
I have a feeling it will.
It would make it a little more interesting, not just a slice of life, if they brought in some of the, like the Tuki goes with her to work and finds out her boss is a dick.
She's her own. She's an author. She writes her books. She's her own boss. She doesn't have a job.
Okay.
She mentioned that in the first episode when the Tanukis questioning her thing, "What do you do?"
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't pay much attention in the first episode.
You were working on the artwork.
I was.
So,
but
yeah, 10 out of 10 show. Love it. Absolutely.
Love it. Yep.
Slice of life that I typically don't watch. Took a chance on this one, and boy, am I so happy every time I see that little guy on my screen.
Oh, yeah.
He is just a joy to be around, and I wish I had one in real life.
Just get a raccoon. It's about the same.
I want one that can write me cue cards.
I also like that whenever he gets like shy and bashful and called cute, his leaf turns into a flower.
Yes.
I love that.
What's great about doing this? I can ban people for your chat without having to go to your chat.
Yeah, I know. I was just.
But this is the show that I'm most excited to hear your words. Let's jump into Gachi
Okay.
Because I fucking loved this episode so much.
Yes. It answered a lot of my questions. I do want to point out, for one, I love the fact that the trash monsters are a completely different animation.
Yeah.
They are more like the 3D. There's another show that, Demon Slayer. When they're fighting the wooden Hydra, the animation's different.
I don't know if it's the animation or if I think it's the frames.
Well, either way, it's different.
Yeah,
and shifted. I like that because it's more like realistic in a way.
Yes.
But so phenomenal episode.
What? What are you talking about, Jack?
Jack, it was in my chat. It wasn't in his chat. It's fine.
Yeah, you're good. Oh yeah, you're good, Jack.
Yeah, we're sharing chats.
Yeah. So.
But yeah. So you're good. You're not fired. I won't let them fire you anyways. I'll make them give you workers' comp instead. Anyways, Engine.
I love him.
I fucking love him. I love him. Him coming in, his mask. Good, I'm glad you're union. His mask is interesting.
Yes.
His umbrella weapon is fucking phenomenal.
Oh, it's so good. His demeanor is great. I love their first interaction.
Oh yeah, he's just
of him just being like, Rudo, shut up, keep your voice down. And then he's like, you really want to talk? You want to be loud? I was like, this is the best way to introduce a character.
Fucking trash beast ass. I love that part so much.
There was like 15 of them? Or something like that?
3.
There's 3, and then the whole horde of them comes, and he takes them out, and Rudo's like, he just took out every single one of those in one hit.
Yes. I am so glad they explained the gloves. And they explained it to a T. Briefly. But watching Rudo's powers and what he actually could do with his gloves that have a soul was fucking phenomenal. I love that part so much where he takes them and they're like, oh my god, you're a Speary and all that shit. And then they trick them into putting them into other chains, and then him biting those dudes' fingers off. Fucking phenomenal. I loved it so much. And then watching him giving, quote unquote, giving life to draw out powers into items that are just like there.
Well, and my favorite thing is during that whole sequence, I want to call it a fight, but it wasn't really much of a fight. It's just Rudo beating their asses with trash. Yeah. He grabs one item, and I don't remember. It's the chains.
Yes, the chains.
Or the chain. And
the chain.
You see Engine off on a hilltop watching down on him to make sure he's okay. And he goes, I knew this kid was the real deal. And then he grabs a tire, and Engine's expression is so excited because he can do multiple items where all the other cleaners can only do it with one. Like Engine, the umbrella, he can't do that with anything he touches. But Rudo can.
But Rudo can, and that's because he was taught
that everything
trash
has a
is
soul.
not actual trash, and that everything has a soul. The longer you love on it, basically, the longer you keep it.
The more care you give it, and the more you keep it, I guess, upkept in a weird way. The more you take care of it, really.
The more you take care of your shit, the more it's gonna be there for you and back you up. Basically, like a dog. You know.
Yes. Like a person.
Oh yeah, person. I said a dog. You can tell what I like more of. But he's called so his little group is called the Cleaners, but he calls Rudo a giver.
Yeah, because they can give life to inanimate objects.
Yeah. So.
Yes, we are.
Yes,
this is our podcast, Jack.
Yeah, we do it every Monday.
Animism.
But I like that episode.
It was phenomenal.
Has me excited to watch more. Like, Lord of Mystery is still top, my favorite, but this one's coming in close second.
A Lord of Mystery tops because it's every episode. It's boom, 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 boom. It's just something new, something big, a new revelation. There's always some crazy avenue to explore with Lord of Mysteries.
Yes.
Gachiakada is, I mean, same realm, but Lord of Mysteries just has so much, an overwhelming amount of just questions. I don't think With You in the Rain is my favorite.
So I like animes with fighting.
I do too, which is why I'm so shocked that I am this in love with You in the Rain.
I
want my action sequence. More,
but I gotta say, Lord of Mystery tops for me. It's hard. With everything I've watched, it's always been. There's not been any.
What's so funny?
Anything that keeps me so captivated.
What's so funny? And normally it's the dude bros who are like, yeah, it's just the fight scene to give me. That's what you're being. And you're like, I want the action. I want the fight scenes.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Lord of Mystery is not all about the action and fight scenes. It's the lore that I like.
Oh, I know. But it also helped that every episode so far has had some bigger action sequence play a part of it.
Oh no, it's the first 5 seconds of the first episode that got my ass.
Which is an action sequence.
Is it though? No. Well, I'm not a dude bro, but
yes, because it's him using the cards to fight the woman who gives birth to fucking tentacles.
Oh, I was talking about the actual episode, not the opening.
That is, technically, that's not the opening. That is the actual episode. But you're talking about when he transmigrates into Klein.
Yeah.
Well, because the guy we see at the very beginning is who Klein was, or who he was before he turned into Klein.
Yeah.
So.
Which I want to see more of him, but I
think his name is
not that we're.
It starts with a Z, ZH. I know that.
not that we're talking about it anymore, but I have a feeling when he's in Mr. Fool, that's who he is. Like I said when we were watching it, I think Klein is the nicer side of him, but his original self is not, because we don't know much about him. I think he practiced dark magic, and that's why he's so sinister, and that's why the gray fog is there. That is my theory on that. I think that's his true self, the one that he was before he transmigrated into Klein.
And we won't know until we get further into the show.
I'm about to start reading.
I don't know. We even find out because I've not read the light novel. It's 1,400 chapters.
I will go read 1,400 fucking chapters if I got to.
I've tried to find it. I don't know where to find it online. I don't know if you can.
It somehow. I will find.
I could only find places that sell each individual volume.
I will fucking invest in it.
So,
but that's the episodes for this week, right? That's all of them.
Yeah, that is all 7, 8 shows we're watching.
Yep.
Oh, so much.
It is, but they're so good. And I'm proud of myself for watching them by myself today. Can I just say that? And I will say I almost went back and rewatched Lord of Mystery by myself. I was so close to going and doing that, starting episode 1 and watching the whole thing.
So far, 6 of the 8 shows we've picked have been really, really enjoyable. Only 2 of them have kind of hit that. Well, I don't really know.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling too. But
I think our 2 shows are a little different, though.
What?
What?
What did you say?
I said I think our 2 shows are a little bit different.
Yeah, obviously.
I know Hotel Inhumans is one of them between the 2 of us. Neither one of us we like the show, but it's not kind of expectations we were hoping for.
And I'm not sure about Togen.
Oh, okay, then they're both the same. I expected Cleavatess from you.
No. I'm giving Cleavatess a chance. I'm the one who wanted to watch that. I'm the one who saw that clip and was like, oh, I need to fucking watch this. I'm going to give it a chance. But
I'm giving Togen a chance. I'm giving all of them a chance. But
I know. If I was going to get rid of a show and not watching it, Togen.
100%.
It did not capture me in the way the other ones have.
Yeah. There's no real intrigue. Like I said, it really reminds me of Chainsaw Man meets JJK.
Meets My Hero Academia. It's the reuse of some of the character designs.
Yes.
That's my thing. Because there is a girl that's in My Hero that looks just like a girl that's in Togen, and I'm just like, okay. I like demons. I like
JJK.
I know. I like demons. I like Onis, but I'm not gonna sit here and watch a quote unquote new anime that's taken from another one that I enjoy.
Which is funny. You don't like My Hero?
No, I was talking about JJK.
Oh, okay.
Mostly. Talking about JJK mostly. But yeah, I've never watched My Hero. I watched like 1 episode, the first episode.
I've seen it all.
Where dude becomes All Might. That's all I've seen.
Watched it. Half of it one day, half of it the next day.
I was just not.
It has its moments.
Yeah. I've seen so many clips that, I mean, I like Dobby. He's cool. But it's the emo. I like the bird dude. He's cool.
Hawk is one of my favorite.
He's the dude that's got the bird head, the crow.
Oh, no, you're talking about Tsukiyomi.
Yeah, he's cool. I like his character design. Will I watch it just for character design? No, there's also a girl who's a frog.
Yeah,
essentially. And that's about all I know. And I know who All Might is.
You know who Deku is as well.
I know who Deku is too. And the only reason I know 80% of the characters is because of TikTok cosplays.
I love that you say 80% and you named like 5 out of the maybe 40 or 50 they've shown.
Look, I know, the orange-haired dude. Isn't that one of them's fire and one of them's ice?
What's his name?
Same. I don't fucking know. I know what he looks like.
It's Todoroki.
Right, and then yeah, that's it. Well, I know one of the teachers. I think it's a teacher. He has a really long scarf.
Yeah, that's Aizawa.
Okay, I know him.
Yeah. Do you know them though? You know their designs, but you don't know them. You don't know their names or anything.
Yeah, I know what they look like. I know a little bit of backstory from people cosplaying as them and joking around, but it's not. I barely remember. I know the important names from like some of the animes that we watch.
Yeah, the fact that you don't remember the names from shows we've actually watched through and talked about is crazy.
Okay, so what show are you talking about? Go ahead, because we're going to put my knowledge to the test before we end.
Okay.
Why not?
Let's go. I was going to say Demon Slayer, but you know, like, full-handedly, I know you know the characters from Demon Slayer.
Oh, yeah. Inosuke, Zenose, I can't say his name anyways.
Zenitsu. But yeah.
Zenitsu, Tanjiro, Nezuko, Rengoku, Mizuri,
Hold on. Can we go?
Shinobu.
Can we go back one?
Don't pick on me about the talking.
Okay.
Love Hashira, Muzan, Daki, Gortaro, Tengen. That's about it.
I mean, yeah. You know 90% of like the characters.
Even if I don't know their names, I know the blind rock dude who cries all the time.
Yome.
The snake dude, the water Hashira.
How you don't remember the water Hashira's name?
Nope. It's blanking on me. I was trying to think of it right now. That's why I was quiet.
It's Giyu.
Oh, Giyu, that's right. And I know Genya. I know his brother, but I don't know his name.
Yeah.
Who stabs Nezuko.
I can never remember his name or the Snake Hashira's name. And that's because we haven't really got a whole lot of time with them as characters. Well, I take that back. I know. Do, but we didn't watch the Hashira training arc.
What is it? Ryu, the spider dude? Is it Rumi? And then I know the one demon with the hand with the eyeball. I can't remember his name.
The hand demon?
The train.
Oh, Enmu.
Enmu, that's right. Okay, Enmu. I didn't know if that was right. I was going to say that, but I didn't know if that was right.
Yeah.
What is it? Sabato, which is one of the kids that died.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
I mean, that's fair. I'm going to test your knowledge on this one. You ready?
Yeah.
Name one other character from Solo Leveling besides Ginu. And I don't mean Igris or Beru.
What is the dude's name? Give me a second.
I'm not going to hold you to this one because I don't remember half their names either. I just wanted to see what you would say.
Gina, what's the fucking spiky haired dude's name? The partner. I cannot remember. I know it. It's on the tip of my.
Oh my god!
It's on the tip of my tongue.
This is funny because it's Gino.
Gina. Okay, see, that's what I was gonna say.
It's basically the same name.
It's Gina. Okay, because I was like, what is it? I know it, but I don't remember it. And then Chairman Go.
Oh yeah, fair. There's another one. And 2 more. I'm trying to see if you're gonna say them.
Look.
Ja.
We watched it in Japan. Ja. Okay. We watched it in Japan. I told her the dancer. You know that.
I know, but.
And the firefucker, ain't it?
Oh no, not the Ultimate Weapon.
Do you remember his name?
No.
Isn't it Cho?
I think it is. I think it is Cho.
You're talking about the Beast then.
No, I was expecting for some reason I really expected you to say Goto because of how much it resembles Gojo.
Oh, yeah, no. Goto. Which was that?
I'd about to say, do you even remember who Goto is? He's the Japanese. The one that Baru leaves them to go fight and then.
That's right.
Kills with no hesitation before going back to fight Gino.
Yeah, okay.
Gino.
But yeah. I know Gino.
Yeah, Demon Slayer I knew.
I know his voice actor's name's Alex.
English
and
voice actor.
Yeah, no, he's the Japanese voice actor too, ain't he?
No.
I thought he did both.
No, he is the English voice actor. That's why the English dub is so good.
Anyways, they fucked up not using him in the live action. I'm pissed off about that. I'm not gonna watch it.
I didn't plan on watching it anyways.
They could have used if Netflix would have got their shit together and decided, hey, we're gonna actual actor to play him because he's perfect for it, I probably would have watched it. But they went with somebody I don't even know who the hell they went with. I have it screenshotted. I sent it to you.
Yeah, I haven't looked into it. But guys, I think that's what we're gonna call episode 1 or episode 2. Where am I at
episode 2
today? As always, we stream here on Twitch every Monday, roughly 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. These will go live on Thursdays over on YouTube, Spotify, pretty much anywhere you can get podcasts. And yeah, we'll see you guys hopefully here in the Twitch streams for those that are listening and afterwards next Monday. Liz, any final words to share?
No, not really. We will be continuing to watch these animes and giving you updates and spoilers for people who haven't seen it. Maybe even play a couple games or 2 next time.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
But anyways, good night, I guess. Yeah, bye guys.
Is it really good night? I thought we were playing a game.